viewers. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about fundamental unit of life, that is cell. So let's get started. Have you ever wondered that what what the building block of life is? What is the fundamental unit of life that make up all the living organism? Well, the answer is we are going to study about, that is the cell or the fundamental unit of life. So before starting with it, I want to give you a very small such a video so that you can able to see.
Introduction. You see a large variety of animals and plants in your surroundings. They all are of various shapes and sizes and also look different to each other. But one thing is common in all of them. They all are made up of a small unit of life, that is, cell. So in this module, we are going to learn about cell and its structure. Introduction.
Now, we have already seen the cells. We have already seen that all living organisms are made up of cells. So obviously the cells are of two types, that is prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Now, why it is named as prokaryotes and eukaryotes? Pro means primitive. Karyotes is a word which means it is nucleus. The primitive nucleus, you can say. And eukaryotes means modern nucleus. So why it is named as primitive and modern? Because in prokaryotic cell, the nucleus is not there. That all the nucleic material is scattered around the cell, in the cells, that is in the cytoplasm. Whereas in eukaryotes, they have the specific organelle for it. Now, you will wonder that what you mean by organelle. Organelle is a part which is, or the inside the cell which is there inside, as we are in the in the human body, we have heart, lungs, kidney and all. So each of the cells are having cell organelles, that is nucleus, the most important, that is nucleus. So all the cells, whether they are prokaryotes or eukaryotes, have certain common features as well. Now, coming to the organelles as we are talking about. So, organelles are the structure that enables their cell to live and grow, reproduce. That means these organelles are important to give a structure of a cell and live and grow with a reproduction. Now, how the cell will reproduce in the higher grades, you will understand that it is a cell division process, which is a completely a complex process in which we study about how a cell is going to form a two cells or more. Here you are able to see in the diagram, it is very clearly mentioned that there is a diagram of a cell, and inside that there are so many organelles are there, like mitochondria, centrioles, vacuoles, lysozymes, nucleus, ribosomes, Golgi apparatus or Golgi complexes, microfilaments and everything. But we are going to study all those things but in a separate way. So first we will see, we have already seen the prokaryotic cells. So some of the basic prokaryotic cells are obviously bacteria. So prokaryotic cells have no membrane covered, number one. Number two, no covered cell organelles even. They don't have a cell organelles. Have circular DNA. I told you that they don't have any nucleus inside which our genetic material is present, but their genetic material, that is a DNA, which is having circular structure is present on the cytoplasm of the cell. Now, what is a cytoplasm? A liquid kind of in a substance is present between inside the cell, inside a cell wall, that is called as a cytoplasm. Now, so when we say that a fundamental unit of life is the smallest structure, so you are able to see that is a tiny factory in which all the cells, all the cell organelles is present. So when you see this different type of a structure, you feel that, you see that and observe that cells some of various shapes, size and types depend upon their type of a function what they have. Like we have eukaryotic cells as well. In the same way, we have a nucleus. Cells have a membrane which is covered, that organelles have a particular membrane in a cover, and have a linear DNA. They have a linear DNA and are the other cells. Now, coming to the organelles, when we are talking about organelles, I told you there are so many organelles you are able to see in the structure as well, that the organelles are different type. So organelles are the structure that enables cell to live, grow and reproduce. So this is the important thing, where the cells are present, and cells inside that, the organelles are present inside the cells, and this is an important one. Now, first coming to our cell membrane. What actually the cell membrane? As the word itself says, cell with a membrane. Membrane means the boundary kind of. So cell also communicate with each other. So they have a kind of a boundary. So it is a outer layer of the cell and allows the nutrient to come in, and waste is going out. That's why you are able to see this door is opening and closing. So here is the diagram. In the diagram, you are able to see they have highlighted it, the cell membrane. Now, coming to the next, that is cytoplasm. Now, what is cytoplasm? There are two terms, cytoplasm and protoplasm. So as I have already told you, that is a liquid kind of a substance. But protoplasm, whatever the liquid is present in the all over the cell, that is called as a protoplasm. Whereas a cytoplasm is a jelly-like fluid contained in the cell that holds all the organelles. Right? Basically, that holds all organelles inside the cell. Now, coming to the nucleus, which is said to be the most important organelle. So what is actually the nucleus is? So nucleus is, what is nucleus is? Nucleus is the control center of the cells that contains cells DNA. And DNA, you know, that is deoxyribonucleic acid, which actually carries a genetic material from one generation to another. Its structure is like simple, cup like you can say, and it has two things. That is, obviously a membrane should be there in the nucleus. Along with it, there is a nucleus inside and our DNA. You can say mayor's office. It is written mayor's office. That is the center place. Now coming to the next organelle, I mean to say, that is our mitochondria. So what is the mitochondria is? These are the additional organelles which is present, which is a power center of the cells and provides the energy. That's why it is also called as, in some of the books you are able to see that it is written powerhouse of the cell. So when a question comes, what is a powerhouse of the cells? That is mitochondria. So power center of the cells provides the energy, and the cell needs to move and divide. You can say power is what? Is an electricity inside. So it's a kind of a complete factory it is. So we need a head office that is already given nucleus. We have a electricity company that is given by mitochondria, which is a powerhouse of the cell. Coming to the ribosomes. Ribosomes are the site where the proteins are made. Where the proteins are made. Proteins means we will see that in further, but protein is something which is formed by the amino acid. So for the formation of that chain of an amino acid or a protein, because protein is a polymer of amino acid, so for that we need a machinery which is nothing but this ribosomes, which is actually the site where the proteins are made. Now, cell parts are made of proteins, which is a factory. Yes, it is a factory of a cells where everything forms. Now, coming to the next organelle, which is endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, as endo, it's a something which is going to be a transportation system of the cells. It's basically engage in transportation of the cell from inside to outside or outside to inside or vice versa. So there are two type of endoplasmic reticulums are there, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So rough endoplasmic reticulum is attached with ribosomes. When ribosomes are attached in the endoplasmic reticulum, then it is called as a rough. It becomes rough. That's why it is named as rough. And when it is the ribosomes is not present, then it is referred as a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. That is a roadways. Obviously, the road is important to get transferred. Now, coming to the Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex, which is a packaging house of cell. Packaging house, basically it is involved in all the stuff to get ready for the transportation. So packaging process all everything of the to whether it is coming out or whether it is coming out or coming in, it first come to the, because when anything comes goes out, then we need to pack it. If anything's come in, we need to unpack it. So everything is happening inside the Golgi complex. That is a UPS of the cell. Now, coming to the next organelle, which is lysosomes. Lysosomes is a digest food, particle, and cell parts. That is garbage men. Why it is garbage men? Because as the word itself says, lysosomes means it will digest or break the things. So it will protect the cell by digesting the foreign invaders also. So it is a kind of an immune system for a cell. You can say that. Yes. So digest all the food material or the cell parts or the things which is not good for cells. So that's why it is called as a protect the cells by digesting the foreign also. That's why I use the word immune system of the cell or immune cell for the cell. Now coming to the vacuoles. Vacuoles are kind of an empty place where the present in the cells only to store the water and food waste everything, right? So a vacuole is largest in the plant because plant need only water and gases, whereas human cells or eukaryotic cells or animal cells, we need many things to get inside. So that is why we have a very small new vacuoles in the animal cells, whereas in the plant cells we have a large one. Now coming to the cell wall. What a cell wall is? Cell wall is a, I told you, cell membrane is a kind of a membrane. In the picture you are able to see if light color pink. That is nothing but a cell membrane, whereas cell wall is only found only in the plant cell. It is a kind of a protection and a support, whereas cell membrane is present in animal cells. Yes. Now, when we are talking about plant cells, we have already seen the that plant cell have the cell wall. So we have to see that what are the other organelle which is present in the plant. So that is the most important is chloroplast. Now, why the chloroplast is present? That is the most important question, because it contains chlorophyll pigment, and you know that chlorophyll pigment is important for photosynthesis. So found in only in the plant cells, contain chlorophyll pigments that makes plant green, not only green, but it is important for the photosynthesis. So this is the plant and animal cells. There are various differences. You are able to see that, these are the list of the things which is present in plant and animal cell both, and this is the list which is present only in the plant cell. So, nucleus, Golgi, a complex, mitochondria, lysosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, cell membrane, ribosomes, and vacuoles are present. Whereas the things which is present in the plant cells are chloroplast and cell wall. These are the things which is present. So this is all about the difference which is there in the plant and animal cell. Now, there is one theory that is called as cell theory. Now, why the cell theory is needed? So, cell theory is needed to know, or it propose that all the there are points is given in the cell theories that all the organisms are made up of cells only, and cell is the basic unit of life. And make it underline that it is a basic unit of life in all living things, and all cells come from existing cells. That is important, and it shows the similar that all living has shares a similar kind of an characteristics, means they are the plant will do photosynthesis, whereas animal cells will go for reproduction. So these are the things which is important. So this is an overall chapter of fundamental unit of life. These are the things which is important in class 9 bio for fundamental unit of life. So these are, I told you, that is there in the CBSE class 9th grade. Yes. For the our channel, if you want to go ahead for this kind of videos, you can subscribe our channel, like it, and see the in the description box we have a videos also, we have a PDF notes, and the most important thing is we have an worksheet for you, which is MCQs based worksheet. So you can download the app or click on the link, register yourself, and go for the test on cell, or that is the fundamental unit of life. So thank you so much. I will come back again with a new chapter of science. Thank you till that time. Bye bye.